Hello, welcome to our channel Learn to Score. In this video, I am going to solve exercise 2 of rational numbers chapter. I hope you will like the video. Please subscribe to our channel for more videos. Thank you. Question number 1. Represent these numbers on the number line. We are given two numbers. One is 9 by 7 and other is minus 7 by 5. Right? Let's consider 9 by 7. We want to represent this on number line. Let me write 9 by 7 as 7 plus 2 divided by 7. You see, I have written 9 as 7 plus 2, right? I can further write it as 7 by 7 plus 2 by 7, right? 7 by 7 is 1 and we have plus 2 by 7. Now look at this, 9 by 7 is equal to 1 plus 2 by 7, right? It means 9 by 7 is greater than 1 by 2 by 7, right? And we know that 2 by 7 is less than 1 because 7 by 7 is 1. It means 2 by 7 is less than 1, right? So what I can say now is 9 by 7 lies in between 1 and 2, right? 9 by 7 is greater than 1. At the same time, it is smaller than 2. So we can now draw a number line which includes number 1 and number 2. Let me draw that. I have drawn number line starting with minus 1 and then 0, 1 and 2. You can consider even number line starting from 0 also, doesn't matter, right? Now look at this denominator of 9 by 7. Denominator is 7, right? For that reason, what I say is divide the number line between number 1 and 2 into 7 equal parts. Why in between number 1 and number 2? Because 9 by 7 is greater than 1 and less than 2. For that reason, we have to divide the portion of the number line between 1 and 2 into 7 equal parts. Let's do that. Now, if I say that 1 is equal to 7 by 7, now this particular marking is going to be 8 by 7, right? The next marking is 9 by 7. The next mark is 10 by 7, 11 by 7, 12 by 7, 13 by 7, and 14 by 7. You observe here 7 by 7 is 1 and 14 by 7 is 2, right? By doing this, we could represent 9 by 7 on the number line. You see, this particular point is representing 9 by 7, right? Now let's look at the second part of the problem. That is, we want to represent minus 7 by 5 on the number line. Can I write minus 7 by 5 as minus 5 minus 2 divided by 5, right? This can be further rearranged and written as minus 5 by 5 plus minus 2 by 5. Or you can say that it is equal to minus 1 minus 2 by 5. Look at this. We are subtracting 2 by 5 from minus 1, right? It means minus 7 by 5 is a smaller value than minus 1. Can I say that? Minus 7 by 5 is smaller than minus 1, right? And at the same time, since 2 by 5 is smaller than 1, minus 7 by 5 is going to be greater than minus 2, right? Let's write that. 7 by 5 is smaller than minus 1. We have shown here. And since 2 by 5 is smaller than 1, 7 by 5 is going to be greater than minus 2. It means the number line we are looking for now should include minus 1 and minus 2. Let's draw the number line that includes these two numbers. We have minus 1 here and minus 2 here, right? Look at the denominator. Look at the denominator of minus 7 by 5. Denominator is 5, right? For that reason, what I say is divide the number line between minus 2 and minus 1 into 5 equal parts. Let's do that, right? Now, can I say that minus 1 equal to minus 5 by 5, right? This is going to be minus 6 by 5. This is going to be minus 7 by 5. This is minus 8 by 5, minus 9 by 5, and minus 10 by 5, right? Look at this. Minus 10 by 5 is minus 2, and minus 5 by 5 is minus 1, right? So what we are looking for is minus 7 by 5, right? This is where minus 7 by 5 is located on the number line, right? Question number 2. Represent minus 2 by 13, 5 by 13, and minus 9 by 13 on the number line. We are given 3 numbers and we are asked to represent these 3 numbers on the number line, right? Look at minus 2 by 13. It is smaller than 0 because it's a negative number, right? At the same time, it is greater than minus 1 because minus 13 by 13 is equal to minus 1, right? So minus 2 by 13 is greater than minus 1, right? Now let's look at the other number, minus 9 by 13, which is looking similar to what we have seen now. Minus 9 by 13 is also less than 0 because it's a negative number. At the same time, it is greater than minus 1. The reason is that minus 13 by 13 is equal to minus 1, right? So minus 9 by 13 is going to be greater than minus 1, right? Now let's consider 5 by 13. 5 by 13 is a positive number, is greater than 0, right? At the same time, it is smaller than 13 by 13, right? 5 by 13 is smaller than 13 by 13. For that reason, it is smaller than 1. So 5 by 13 is smaller than 1 and greater than 0. So when you look at these 3, you say that my number line, whatever I am drawing now, should include 0, minus 1 and plus 1, right? 0 here, minus 1, plus 1. So let's draw the number line. Now I have number line now with minus 1, 0 and 1. Of course, you can have minus 2. On the other side, you can have 2 also. But this is also sufficient. Now look at the denominator of all these numbers, 13, right? For that reason, what I say is, divide the number line between minus 1 and 0, minus 1 and 0 into 13 equal parts. Let's do that. You see, this is 0, right? Can I say that this is 0 by 13? Then this is going to be 1 by 13. This is 2 by 13. This is 3 by 13. 4 by 13. 5 by 13. Sorry, all these are negative numbers. Please note this. Minus 6 by 13. Minus 7 by 13. Minus 8 by 13. Minus 9 by 13. Minus 10 by 13. Minus 11 by 13. Minus 12 by 13. Minus 13 by 13. You see, minus 13 by 13 is minus 1, right? Now look at this. We are asked to represent minus 2 by 13, right? That is here. This is minus 2 by 13, and other number is minus 9 by 13. See, that is here, minus 9 by 13. So we have represented these two numbers on the number line. The remaining one is 5 by 13, right? That is on this side of the number line. Now for that, now let's divide the number line between 0 and 1 into 13 equal parts. Let's do that. Now this is 1 by 13, this is 2 by 13, this is 3 by 13, 4 by 13, 5 by 13, and so on. Finally, what you have is 13 by 13. Here, 13 by 13 is 1, right? Now on the number line, we are asked to represent 5 by 13. That is what I have represented now. This is 5 by 13, right? This is what we are asked to do. Question number 3, write 5 rational numbers which are smaller than 5 by 6. we are asked to write 5 rational numbers that are smaller than 5 by 6. Look at this. 5 by 6 is smaller than 6 by 6, right? It means 5 by 6 is less than 1. So on the number line, we need to have 0, 1. Of course, we can have even minus 1 also, because the part of number line we'll be interested in is on this side of number 1, right? Since we are asked to represent 5 numbers smaller than 5 by 6, let's look at the denominator in this case, 6, right? So let's divide the number line between 0 and 1 into 6 equal parts. When you do that, I can say 1 equal to 6 by 6, right? It means it is 5 by 6, 4 by 6, 3 by 6, 2 by 6, 1 by 6, 0 by 6. You see 5 by 6, 6 by 6 is 1. That's what we have represented here. And 0 by 6 we have represented here. From this itself, you can write now 5 rational numbers which are smaller than 5 by 6, right? That can be 0, 1 by 6, 2 by 6, 3 by 6, 4 by 6, right? We can further have numbers. For example, I can divide the number line between minus 1 and 0 also into 6 equal parts. When I do that, this is going to be minus 1 by 6. This is minus 2 by 6, minus 3 by 6, minus 4 by 6, minus 5 by 6, minus 6 by 6. Minus 6 by 6 is 1, right? Now, what you can see is we have, if I say that I want to have numbers smaller than 5 by 6, I can take any of these numbers onto the left hand side of number 5 by 6, right? So we can write 5 rational numbers which are smaller than 5 by 6 from this list, right? Let me write that. 5 rational numbers which are smaller than 5 by 6 are 4 by 6, 3 by 6, 2 by 6, 1 by 6, and 0. Otherwise, you can say that minus 1, minus 5 by 6, minus 4 by 6, minus 3 by 6, minus 2 by 6. You have 5 numbers, right? Like that, you can pick any of the numbers. It doesn't matter. But what we are asked to write is 5 rational numbers smaller than 5 by 6. That's what I have written here, right? Question number 4. Find 12 rational numbers between minus 1 and 2. We have to find 12 rational numbers which are in between minus 1 and 2. Can I write minus 1 as minus 1 by 1? And if I multiply both numerator and denominators, I can write it as minus 10 by 10, right? Similarly, 2 can be written as 2 by 1, and that can be written as 20 by 10, right? I have multiplied both numerator and denominator with 10, so that I have 20 by 10. Now look at this, this is the denominator in both the cases is 10. Please take a note of this. This is important. The denominator has to be same to make the situation fairly simple. Now, can I say that the rational numbers between minus 1 and 2 are the rational numbers between minus 10 by 10 and 20 by 10, right? For example, if I write rational numbers between minus 10 by 10 and 20 by 10, they are essentially in between minus 1 and 2. That is the idea, right? So now let's write the rational numbers between minus 10 by 10 and 20 by 10. That are, now you see, minus 9 by 10, minus 8 by 10, minus 7 by 10, minus 6 by 10, minus 5 by 10, minus 4 by 10, minus 3 by 10, minus 1 by 10, 0 by 10, 1 by 10, 2 by 10, 3 by 10, 4 by 10, and so on up to 19 by 10. You look at this. Here we have not included minus 10 by 10. Here we have not included 20 by 10, right? Remaining all numbers we have written. In all these cases, the denominator is same, that is 10, right? Whereas the numerators are changing. For example, numerator minus 10 to 20, we started writing -9, -8, -7, -6, and so on. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and so on up to 19, right? That is how we could write the rational numbers between -10/10 and 20/10. Since we said that the rational numbers between -10/10 and 20/10 are in between -1 and 2, I can pick any of the numbers, any of the 12 numbers from this particular list to answer the given question, right? Let me write 12 rational numbers from this particular list so that I can say that those are the numbers which are in between -1 and 2. So the rational numbers between -1 and 2 are, now I have picked these numbers 1/10 onwards, 1/10, 2/10, 3/10, 4/10, 5/10, 6/10, 7/10, 8/10, 9/10, 10/10, 11/10, 12/10. These are 12 numbers, right? You could have started from -9 and gone up to whatever is required, right? Otherwise, you could have taken alternate numbers. Any combination is possible as long as you are picking the numbers from this particular list. And you have to pick 12 numbers to answer this question, right? Now let's look at another question, question number 5. Find the rational number between 2/3 and 3/4. Here the hint is given. First, write the rational numbers with equal denominator. We want to make the denominators of these two numbers. We want to convert these two numbers into different rational numbers such that their denominators are going to be same, right? For that, let me say that, since here the denominator is 3, here denominator is 4, can I multiply this particular number, both numerator and denominator, with 4? And for this particular number, can I multiply with 3, both numerator and denominator? When I do that, 2/3 can be written as 2 times 4 divided by 3 times 4. That is 8/12, right? Similarly, 3/4, when I multiply with this 3, what I'm going to get is 3 times 3 divided by 4 times 3. That is equal to 9/12, right? Look at this. This is 8/12. This is 9/12. The denominator is 12, right? But interestingly, this pair is not good enough for us because in between 8/12 and 9/12, we don't have any number, right? 8/12, 9/12, if you want, you can write 10/12 and all, or 7/12 and all, but there is no number you can write directly from this, right? For that reason, what I'm saying now is, instead of multiplying this with 4, 2/3 with both numerator and denominator with 4, let me multiply with 8. In this particular case, instead of 3, let me multiply with 6. Let's do that. 2/3 can be written as 2 times 8 divided by 3 times 8. That is equal to 16/24, right? Now 3/4 can be written as 3 times 6 divided by 4 times 6. That is 18/24. Look at this. The denominator of both the numbers is same, 24, right? Now, I have 16. I have 18 in the numerator. 17 is missing, right? So it means that I can write a rational number in between these two numbers. That is 17/24, right? Let's write that. 16/24 is less than 17/24. That is less than 18/24. Look at this. If I write 17/24, that is a rational number between 2/3 and 3/4, right? Let's say that now. A rational number between 2/3 and 3/4 is 17/24. Got it? Question number 6. Find 10 rational numbers between -3/4 and 5/6. You look at the denominators, 4 and 6. They are not same, right? Since they are not same, I can't simply multiply both numerator and denominator with 10. What I can do is, we want to convert these rational numbers, given rational numbers, to have same denominator. How do I do that? Let me multiply minus 3 by 4 with 3 in the both numerator and denominator. When I do that, numerator becomes minus 9 and denominator is 12, right? So the rational number minus 9 by 12 is exactly equal to minus 3 by 4, right? Now let me multiply 5 by 6 with number 2 in the both numerator and denominator, so that it becomes 10 by 12. Now look at this. I have minus 9 in the numerator for one of the number, and for other number I have plus 10, whereas denominators of both these numbers is same, that is 12, right? So now I can write the rational numbers between 9 by 12, sorry, minus 9 by 12 and 10 by 12, right? So that I can pick 10 rational numbers later on from that list, right? Now let me write the rational numbers from minus 9 by 12 to 10 by 12. The rational numbers between minus 9 by 12 and 10 by 12 are going to be minus 8 by 12, minus 7 by 12, minus 6 by 12, and so on up to 0 by 12, then 1 by 12, 2 by 12, 3 by 12, and so on up to 9 by 12, right? Look at this. All these numbers have got denominator same, that is 12, right? And look at the numerators, minus 9 and 10. In between, whatever integers you can think of, you can write all those. Minus 8, minus 7, minus 6, minus 5, and so on, 0, 1, 2, 3, and so on up to 9, right? Now, from this list, I can pick any 10 rational numbers, right? Let me write 10 rational numbers now. Interestingly, I have picked minus 8 by 12, minus 6 by 12, minus 4 by 12, minus 2 by 12, 0 by 12, 1 by 12, 2 by 12, 3 by 12, 4 by 12, 5 by 12. These are 10 rational numbers, right? There is no specific, pattern is there. For example, up to here, I have taken every alternate number, right, from this list. I have dropped 7, minus 9, minus 7 by 12. Then I have dropped minus 5 by 12 and so on, right? But when it comes to the positive side, I have taken all 5 continuously, 1 by 12, 2 by 12, 3 by 12, 4 by 12, and 5 by 12. So it says that you don't need to really worry about the pattern. You can pick whatever numbers which you like from this particular list, so that you can write 10 rational numbers to answer the question, right? I hope you like the video. Please like, share, and subscribe to our channel, Learn to Score. Thank you.